Hi everyone, this is audapostrophe. Let's check out Seventh Lair running on Nintendo Switch. Now this is a I guess this is like a comedic version of the House of Fata Morgana, which is one of the greatest visual novels of all time. Really one of the greatest stories of all time. But that visual novel is all about tragedy. It's kind of the definition of tragedy. Yeah, I'm interested to see, what the same makers of Fata Morgana would do with a like a more comedic take on their on their really wonderful story. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Huh? My name? What does it mean, input my name? What? Is this some kind of dream? What's going on here? What on earth? Why? Why can't I speak? Nothing comes out when I try. All around me. Damn, it's pitch black. I can't see anything. My name? What's going on here? Who's there anyway? What's happening here? Answer me. Please input your name in 5 or more seconds. It will be input automatically. What? My name is automatically? What does that mean? I mean, how am I supposed to input anything? Wait, at least answer me. I have no idea what's... Hey. So my name. I need to say my name? But I can't speak. Oh. It's Michelle. My name is Michelle. Michelle Bollinger. That's my full name. Please work. Seventh Lair? Wait. Ah. And in that moment, the darkness was gone. What enveloped me next was a clear blue sky. After the jolt of my spine, I realized that I wasn't standing on anything. My own screams thundered in my ears. I was falling. Whoa, 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 ah! There was nothing to hold on to. Need an explanation of what's going on? That's exactly what I want too. Some random words forcing me to give my name out of nowhere, and then I was thrown up into the sky, and now I was plummeting? That was all I knew. It's over. Thinking wasn't gonna help. I'm dead. Get up. Hey, get up. Come on and get up already. That's very, very loud. Oh my god. So bright. What the? Oh, good, you moved. You were completely still, so I was pretty sure you were dead. What? Who is this? And where am I? Excuse me. The graveyard. My eyes still hadn't adjusted to the light, but as it settled into focus, there was a young girl with softly colored hair looking down at me. I probably had a totally dumbfounded look on my face, and that would have explained the suspicious yet concerned look she was giving me. Hey, are you okay? Get it together already. There's like so much I want to ask you. Huh? You want to ask me? So what happened? You know something about this place, don't you? So who the heck are you? What the heck's going on here? No, hang on. Don't freak out on me. Answer me. What's the deal here? Why is something crazy like this happening? Why? I mean, I'd like to know myself. I don't even know what's happening to begin with. Wait, so you don't know anything either? I at least can't answer any of your questions. I don't know anything. With my mind still foggy and this little girl grilling me, I tried to look around. Where was this? Why a graveyard? And not to mention, after falling right out of the sky, why was I uninjured? And what was that before? This isn't a dream, at least, I think. What gives? I feel dumb for getting my hopes up now. And after that crazy way you appeared, I was sure you definitely knew something. Crazy way I appeared? Yeah, all of a sudden the sky was all flashy. The sky was flashy? That's why we were so surprised. We ran over here to see, and you were dead on the ground. We? Wait a second. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't even know who you are. Nelly, I think you should calm down. He's clearly just as confused. It'll only make it worse if you bombard him all at once. I was so distracted by the little girl, I didn't even notice that there was someone else here. It was a boy with a gentle-looking demeanor. His hair was a similar color to the girl's. Who are you? I'm Mel, Nelly's older brother. Nelly is her name, by the way. Mel? Is something wrong? No. Anyway, I'm sorry, but we're flustered too. We didn't have any ill intent pressing you like this. He's composed, smart. I still have no idea what's going on, but it seems like I can get somewhere discussing this with him. Big brother? What big brother? Do you really think this guy doesn't know anything? I mean, did you see the way he appeared in the sky? Indeed, that did make him seem important. But it also isn't guaranteed that important people have any information. No, wait. I want you to wait a second here. What do you mean by the way I appeared? I already told you, all flashy like. And I told you I don't know what you mean. To put it one way, it's like you were a gift from the heavens. You were wrapped in a bright light, and some mysterious power sent you downward. What? No, come on. Isn't that a crazy way to put it? I think so too, but I can't help it if that's how it looked. You make it sound too cool, given the nature of our situation. And rather embarrassing, I might add. But you know, it's kind of ridiculous. Huh? Usually, if someone's gonna fall from the sky, it's a girl, right? So why do we get some stuck-in-the-mud, long-haired chump? Let me take that back. You're not the reliable character at all. You're the punchable one. Hey, what's with you? All I did was say what I was thinking. Be a little more choosy with your words. Oh, stop it, you two. We have to hurry up and make sense of this situation. Yeah, we do. Yes, you're right. To think that the youngest of all of us was espousing the most wisdom. So, you have no idea what's going on after all. You're the same as us. When we came to, we were in a forest. At first I thought because I'm super cute. I'm so super cute that we got kidnapped. I really did. Right, because you're so super cute, Nelly. What's with these two? But you just seem too unreal. I think that's the way to put it. Appearing out of nowhere and all. So I had no idea what to think after that. I mean, I had never seen anything like that. And also, the clothes we have on. Aren't they weird? Did you always wear clothes like that? Huh? Now that he pointed it out, I finally noticed it. Their clothes weren't modern at all. Right, they were plain old-looking. They were plain old-looking, like we had jumped back a few hundred years in history. And what's more is that it wasn't just them. I was also dressed the same way. This robe looks hard to move around in. Hey, is this... Just as Nelly opened her mouth to speak to me, amid my bewildered silence. Hmm? Huh? Hmm. Vaguely, but still enough so that all of us were aware, some change occurred. It was in the air, or rather the feeling in the air. The world that surrounded us suddenly changed. Above us, there's something. Wah! Letters! Giant letters are floating in the air! What is that? What is that? The hero and his party then departed on a quest to save the... What the heck am I supposed to say to that? Now, come on, that doesn't explain anything. That's skipping so much. A game? A game? Ah. Did you figure something out? I just remember what happened before we came here. I was trying to download a game. What? What kind of game? It was a game that was released on April Fool's this year. But from where? From a place called Rayum Heaven, run by someone named Dark Knight. Rayum Heaven? Rayum Heaven. An indie game site? An indie game site. That's how do I put this? So you downloaded the game from there too, right? No, out with it. We're here in this crazy unknown situation together. Don't go hiding anything from us. That's my website. Yeah. You're Mr. Dark Knight? Yes. You're the villain? Wait, no, it's a misunderstanding. A false accusation. How could it be a misunderstanding? I got the game from that site, and then this happened. What kind of trap did you set, you monster? What are you planning on doing to us? This guy's not only a pain, but he was the madman developer as well. It's a misunderstanding. You got it all wrong. And hey, who are you calling a pain? Look in the mirror. You're a pain in the neck any way you cut it. What the heck is Rayum Heaven even supposed to mean? It translates to Kingdom Heaven. It's supposed to be Kingdom of Heaven. That's why you're a pain. Hey brother, our point of discussion isn't how much of a pain Dark Knight is. He made some crazy game, and thanks to him we got sucked into this game world, right? What? Sucked into the game world? Yeah, look what you got us into. No, come on, wait a second. You can't, I mean, getting sucked into a game world? There's no way that can happen. Totally impossible. But isn't that the only explanation for this right now? I mean, you hear that BGM faintly playing too? And that title, and that text up there, and how you appeared in the sky. This is a flippin' RPG. What? Is that what it is? No, wait. Can't we assume that it's some kind of magic trick? That sounds way more realistic, right? How could a game world be the first thing that pops up? It's... no way. It's not realistically possible. I understand that, but that reality is happening here, so it's only obvious we'd suspect the person who made it. Or wait, did you make some sort of virtual reality game and How could a single indie game maker produce a VR game on that scale? They really believe that this is a game world. Perhaps this is just their youthful imagination running wild. Or maybe they know something I don't. I still can't make any kind of judgment call, but whatever the world this might be, I'm not the bad guy here. Either way, I need to remedy this misunderstanding. For starters, I have no recollection of ever making a game called Seventh Lair. But you released a new game on April Fools. I remember now. The name is the same. The file name was Seventh Lair. No, I really have no idea. Look, the game I wanted to release on April Fools was... What was it? Huh? Now what? On April Fools? Oh, the game I was going to release. Don't ask us. I don't know. My memory's declining by the second. What's wrong with me? I really can't remember. I planned to put something out. That much I remember. But I have no idea what that was. It's as though there's a perfect little hole in my memory. But at the very least, it shouldn't have been an RPG, and Seventh Lair is the name I remember giving it. I just can't believe this game maker's here. He's doing nothing but playing dumb. Wait, I really don't know. I mean, right, yeah, even if just hypothetically I did make this game here, then why would I involve myself in it like this? If I was the creator, then wouldn't I give myself a higher position of power? I'm a victim here. I wonder. So what? That makes you the hero, right? You'd obviously give yourself that role because you want to be the one in this game with the most power. What? Why do you assume that I'm... We have cards. Roll cards. Roll cards? I'm sure you're supposed to have one too. Big Brother and I had one from the beginning. Mine had mage written on it. It said priest on mine. I don't have anything like that. Forced to move by their glares, I felt around in my breast pocket, despite hoping that I wouldn't find anything. The slim paper-thin profile of a card grazed against my fingers, and on that card... Whoa, it really says it. Red-handed. Indeed. No, really, believe me. And now that the physical evidence is in your hand, how are you going to weasel out of it? You wanted to play an adventure and needed to drag us in to do it. That's right. Speechless as expected. You're wrong. You two don't even know what it's like to be a creator. Your perspective is completely that of an end user. Of course, some creators would like to be a character in their game, and I'm not saying that's wrong or anything. But Dark Knight or Rung of Heaven isn't like that. You two don't understand my games. The gall to actually talk about misunderstanding. Right. I do not wish to be a player in my game. I am the creator, the one and only god of Rung of Heaven. I don't want to be Adam and Eve. This guy. Adam and Eve. I'm the Alpha and the Omega. With my creations, I enjoy watching the users flail as they complain endlessly about it. If I play a tabletop RPG, I'm not a player. I'm the game master. I want to see the players rack their brains over my constant impossible quests. Who would willingly throw themselves into a map littered with traps of their own design? You have definitely been told you're a terrible game master. You need to empathize with the players a little. That's why Dark Knight's games always get grilled for having terrible controls. And that's why Rung of Heaven's users keep dwindling. You shut up! Now you're just taking it out on us. Taking it out on us indeed. And there's another reason why I wouldn't be the hero. And that is, I absolutely never fight on the front lines. Huh. Rather than taking charge and diving into the enemy, I'd like to mull around in the back, debuffing. I'm way more enamored with curses and afflictions than flashy attacks or healing spells. Poison, petrify, paralysis, sleep, curse, evade down, all the stat debuffs. That's what's fun to me. A type of person like that could never be the hero. Why say something like that so brazenly? That's the worst class to have when the game's unbalanced. Also, the one everyone targets first. And? Well, there's more? The naming of these classes are too simple. If it were me, I'd... you'd name them something way more cringy. Who's cringy, huh? But if Dark Knight really is the culprit here, something is way off. The way he's vehemently defending himself isn't quite right. But I still think that you're some kind of key to this. I mean, Right, the moment we opened the game from your site, we found ourselves here and all. Wait a second. I didn't ask before, but did you two post on the forum on Random Heaven? Yeah, we're regulars. Recently, that JB guy has been harassing you a lot. And in response to that, you made it a big deal that you were going to have something on April Fools. So the regulars on the site got pretty curious about that. Regulars? Mel. Oh, so you're that Mel. No wonder I felt like I had heard that before. You used that name to make posts. Yeah? I was using my real name online. And Nellie, who are you? I don't remember that name. I go by the name Pinky Rose. I wonder if I'm the only one who thinks that's nice. I remember that name too. I see. So you two really were on my site. It's an odd feeling meeting someone in real life that I've only ever seen online. I definitely didn't think an IRL meetup would be like this. Well, you probably have no intention of hosting one anyway. No. But honestly, even if you said you were going to have one, I wouldn't have gone. So, right around April Fools, there were people posting on forums about a new game. Yeah, right. Aside from you two, JB, Pow Pow, Aid, and Imyon. I wonder if that means they're here with us. No way. Then again, we have no reason to believe that it's only us here. If the cause of this was opening that game that we downloaded, they could also very well be involved in this. If that's true, are you here too, Imyon? I think I can believe you didn't make this game. But don't you at least know something? Anything? Even something really minute? I don't. I'd never seen... I had never even thought about making an RPG, so... think of something? Just once, I thought about making one. But I ditched it. The only thing that came out of it was a loosely compiled outline. Class titles and everything basically were all placeholders, and it had been 4 years since I thought of it. That's ages ago. At the time, I thought an RPG would be good for my first release. Although in the end, it turned out into more of a sim-type game. Fairy House, right? I actually really like that one. Oh, really? That's a little unexpected. I feel like they only ever complained online. Maybe she's being nicer now that we're face-to-face, or maybe it's just fluff. Whatever. Why did you stop making the RPG? No reason, really. I just got sick of working on it. Although, truthfully, I couldn't manage all the settings and couldn't quite flesh out a detailed story, so I never got on top of it. But if I say that, they'll say something like, that happens to all beginners. The detailed story? What's the matter? Honestly, since it was 4 years ago, I don't really remember. I didn't even decide on a name for it. But I remember the outline vaguely. The intro, I think I remember, involves the protagonist getting taken to another world and descending into a graveyard. Why did you have him come into a graveyard of all places? I want to make it a little unique. Going grimdark just to be edgy is pointless. Shut up already! But yeah, this is it. We're in that scenario. What's going on here? It was just a failed project. So why is it happening like this? The world of a game that was never meant to be released, and here we are, experiencing it for real. It's starting to feel more like a mystery. Really? It's not very well done for a mystery. Well, I'm so sorry it's not to your liking. No, I didn't mean to diss you there, Dark Knight. Mysteries, you know, have to give the reader some complex machination they need to solve. Something like an objective. We've just been thrown into something randomly with no clue what's happening. We don't have anything close to an objective right now. This isn't even for a lead-in. I had originally thought that she was the ditzy type, but now I was starting to reconsider my opinion of her.
Hey, I bet you just had a mean thought, didn't you?
No, nothing like that. An objective. True, we have no idea what it is we're supposed to do. Although a vague objective, meaning clearing the game, perhaps?
Huh?
As in something we're supposed to do.
But why, though?
In order to understand what's going on, and also to return to where we came from. Do you have any proof that we can go back? Do you have any proof we can go back if we beat the game? No, I have nothing like that. However, games to begin with are basically things that let you experience the unreal, or whatever medium it may be. And when that ends, the unreal is over, and you essentially return back to reality. At least that's how I see it. Is this really some kind of game world, or is it some kind of delusion on a massive scale? And who would have set up something like this? I can't make any judgments yet, but if that's what's happening so far, or what's happening so far is according to the flow of a game, then that must mean it wants us to continue. Let me speculate, purely hypothetical, of course. None of us can determine by what method this came to be, but if this is a game world, or an imitation of one, and moreover, if it is based on a project that I had scrapped, then I should probably be able to predict the flow of the story, at least to a degree. I wasn't the creator of Seventh Lair. However, it's based on my outline, and for the guy who made the outline to be here in some way is an advantage in our favor. So first, we head to the starting village.
And beat this game.
Huh?
For me, you know, I just want to know what the heck this place is, and also if there's any actual danger to us here. But if I can be with you, big brother, I don't really care where we are.
Right, me too. If I can be with you, I'm fine with wherever I am. That's weird. It's like you two want to be in your own world. But I mean, you know, won't your family be worried about you?
It doesn't really matter. If this isn't the real world, then why should our family matter at all?
No, it's not like that. Anyway, I've been wondering for a bit now, but why do you think that this isn't the real world? Maybe it's all a big construct, some extension of reality. You don't think so?
I don't. This isn't reality. It's a game world.
Why, though?
I think we'll know soon enough.
But still, if we stay here doing nothing, then the story won't progress. And plus, I must get back to the real world. There's someone who's waiting for me. Huh? Even though you're a friendless shut-in neat? Now you're going too far. Even I have a girlfriend.
No, Dark Knight. Having an imaginary girlfriend only amplifies the pain.
She's not imaginary.
I can't believe it. A shut-in neat with a girlfriend? That's enough to tear the fabric of existence. Big brother, it's merely a pathetic illusion. Something like that can't possibly exist.
Hey, what are you two getting at?
Whatever. Leaving the imaginary girlfriend aside for now.
She really exists, though.
I'll agree to your plan to move forward. It's true that if we stay here, we'll never know anything. And plus, even if we clear the game, we don't really know if it'll end, right?
It kind of sounds like she doesn't want to return to reality. What's up with these two? Is there something going on with them?
Okay, then let's go.
Off to the starting town, or whatever.
Yeah.
For now, let's try making progress. Getting a grasp of our situation is first and foremost. I should also tell them my real name. Emion, so is it tomorrow when you get to meet that girl? Dark Knight, honestly, I have no idea how this will play out.
Oh, I know you're happy inside, lol,
but come on, you should be glad you have a fan. Is she really a fan? I mean, Who would like this random no-name site on the fringe? Don't some of us come here because we like it? Only because they have nothing else to do. True, there are no other users like her who send those intense mails to you. I almost couldn't believe it when you showed me. Maybe she's a little suspiciously forward. It could be some kind of trap. Don't get catfished. You're the type that easily gets scammed. I like to think I'm not careless enough to get scammed. I seem to remember you saying that once before. La la la. You jerk. But either way, you should be half excited, half on your guard. I'm telling you I'm not going to get scammed. Well, I hear you. But these things can be landmines. There's no guarantee it's actually a female, and if you waltz up all hopeful, you could be in for a bad time. Please don't let this be a guy pretending to be a girl. Even if it is a girl, lol, she might be a psycho clean type, lol. I can't wait to hear all the stories you'll have from this, lol. I shouldn't have come to you for help. Emion? This isn't because I'm overly expecting anything, and it's just me being hypothetical, but if it's just some completely normal girl, what should I do? This loser is actually expecting something. I knew it. I can see that, you know. Yeah, well, at the very least. How about you learn to make a cappuccino or something? I always thought that I wanted to be a game creator. I thought that I could perfectly reproduce the game worlds I imagined in my head. I thought that all the game ideas I had were revolutionary. I thought if I could get into a game company, I could make what I wanted to. And I thought all would sing my praises, so I thought. It was likely that most of those with the lavish title of creator thought just as much. To think I'm a genius, that I have something special which separates me. And using that special something, I could impress and inspire. And also, that other people's ideas would grab. Or, for a less delicate way of saying it, I could make something way better than your boring as hell pile of garbage. Lots of people wouldn't hesitate to say that. And without much doubt in my mind, I was like that too. And in some ways my dream came true, but then it was crushed. 5 years ago I found myself with a small developer, and as I always wanted, was officially working on games. But that place was like a cesspool of despair. Like when I had a new idea, or when we had a brainstorming meeting, or when I made a proposal, or when I made a spec sheet, or when I literally tried to do anything, the people who were considered my superiors would curl their lips into a wicked sadistic smile and shoot me down repeatedly. I mean, I was new, so things were rough around the edges, but they weren't just there to reshape my ideas. They had to strip them bare and grind them into oblivion. Ragging on others was fun for them and alleviated their stress. Criticism was the easy, and you could learn it quickly. Plus, ideas were easiest to step on before they had really taken shape. It was hard having my ideas rejected. It was almost as if they were saying that my brain was a boring failure of a product. A person can't continue putting out ideas if you constantly trample them. If they could, then they wouldn't be the developer at the bottom of the barrel. They would be on the bigger projects, putting on huge original titles into the world. But I, for one, as well as the others here, weren't that kind of person. That's why I wore out and eventually became a cog with nowhere to go. There was a time when I scoffed at the routine nature of office work. But I've come to be amazed at the stability office workers have. A highly functioning cog as opposed to a stripped, busted one. Night and day difference. I ended up quitting within a year. I could never see the day where a game I created would be released into the world. How could someone who couldn't even endure being on the bottom ever have a chance to release an original title? It's the truth. Cold and hard as it may be. But if I was forced to stay in that toxic sludge, my brain would have eventually rusted, and even if my time came, I probably wouldn't have been able to have an original thought anyway. And plus, there are other methods. Who said you couldn't make an original title unless you're a part of a company? There's no such rule. there's always the indie community, isn't there? And right about that time, indie games were all the rage. They were all over the place in game magazines. One that was really making headlines was a game a college girl made where all you do is raise a bunch of plants. One that really isn't a game at all. Even after millions of downloads, it shows no sign of slowing down. I mean, if people were willing to buy that, I could make something too. By myself if need be. No problem. I would make it happen. Or at least I thought as much. And 4 years ago, I made Rung Heaven and released it to the world. What would be my first game, Fairy House. I didn't think Fairy House was bad. Come on, don't get all bummed out. You still got everything ahead of you, yeah? There might be a spark soon enough. It might just be that no one's aware of it, and luck plays a big role too, I think. Just think about what you're going to do next. You only say that because you've never made anything before. I'm giving it out for free and it hasn't even reached 100 downloads yet. And if that wasn't bad enough, just when I thought it would get some reactions, all I get are complaints. I mean, it's free. I'm letting them play for free. Well, I guess I can understand getting heated, but it won't come together without players. Maybe you could try and get closer to them. To the users, I mean. To only 100 people, and probably less than half of them have even played it. That's at least more than a classroom. A lot more. Maybe Fairy House is just that kind of game. You send messages to fairies, teach them language, and expand conversations. It's just a conversation game. If people could start conversing with them the way they imagine, then their satisfaction will go way up, and it'll be more like a game where you raise them. But as it is now, it's not at a point where you can have a real conversation. That's why they get sick of it and complain. You could make it so that you could sample user data, then update it. The users all contribute and make Fairy House bigger. Something like that would make it unique, maybe fun. I mean, that would be a boatload of work for you, lol. You can suggest all that because you're not a creator. But I'll give it some thought. Yeah, do it. There's no way I can do something like make games, so it's only me running my mouth. But here's what I think. The majority of people have no idea how to make games and don't try to understand, and they don't even need to anyway. All they need to understand is how to play it. But now you know how much effort it takes to make even a floundering flop of a game. You've learned, even with a crappy system and a crappy world, you know the time and the effort it takes to get to that start menu. By completing the first product of Rung Heaven, you've moved to the side of understanding. I think that's a big first step, you hear? You know, sometimes I wonder, are you a creator yourself? I'm just a well of knowledge is all. I get like this after a while. But I don't impart my knowledge on just anyone. It's only because you've made me a fan of Fairy House. Someone's blushing behind the screen, la 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 la. I am not. Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Seventh Lair running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, this is super interesting. Obviously this is super wall breaking. But I think it's strangely enough it's still very well written and pretty amusing about what's going on. I can see like how House in Fata Morgana was probably an exercise in being driven mad, along with all the characters that were driven mad in the game, and probably the author themselves was a little crazy too, and this is sort of an interesting way to kind of vent all the frustrations on making that game. It's cool that it has all the same art. At least all the same character models are being used. Yeah, if you're a fan of Fata Morgana, and you should be, because that is one of the most amazing visual novels ever made, then sort of check this out as a little bit of a humorous aside. I think it's worth your time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.